to order the public hearing of the Industrial Development Agency of Saratoga County. Please note that the public hearing is being held electronically, not in person nor at one specific physical location because of the novel coronavirus emergency. Because of the state and federal bans on large meetings or gatherings and pursuant to the Governor Cuomo's Executive Order 220.1 issued on March 12, 2020, suspending the open meetings law. As is customary, the public hearing scheduled for today, April 21st, 2020, is being held by the Saratoga County Industrial Development Agency in accordance with the provisions of Article 18-A of the New York General Municipal Law with respect to CTI Properties, LLC, on behalf of Cortec Industries, the tenant. The hearing will be held electronically via conference call instead of public hearing open for the public to attend. The public has been noticed through advertisement and agency's website that members of the public may listen to the public hearing and comment during the hearing on project and those benefits which may be granted by the agency to the applicant by dialing in 605-475-4069 and using access code 445131 #. Comments may also be submitted to the agency in writing or electronically via email to nvalentine@SaratogaCountyNewYork.gov. Minutes of the public hearing will be transcribed and posted on the agency's website. We received an application from the CTI Properties, LLC, a limited liability company of New York State, now located at 2 McCrae Hill Road in Boston, New York. The company has requested that this agency undertake a project consisting of the acquisition of approximately 3.87-acre parcel of land at 2 McCrae Hill Road, section block and lot 228-3-59.2 in the town of Boston, Saratoga County, New York. The construction of a 14,190 square foot addition to the existing 27,000 square foot facility on the parcel, and the addition is to be leased by the applicant to be occupied by Cortec Industries Corporation and for the use by it in the design and fabrication of equipment for use in the power and energy industry, and the acquisition and installation of certain machinery and equipment in that building, together with the land and the facility being the project facility. The total cost associated with the acquisition, construction, and installation of the project facility is presently estimated to be $1,700,000. The agency is considering whether to undertake the project and finance the project by executing and delivering a mortgage or mortgages to secure a borrowing or borrowing by the company in an aggregate principal amount sufficient to finance all or a portion of the cost to acquire, construct, and install the project facility and the cost of the loan, with the principal amount currently estimated to be approximately $1,360,000. If the undertaking of the project and the execution and delivery of the mortgage is approved by this agency, then the project may be granted such exemption with respect to real property taxes, mortgage recording tax, the state and local sales tax, as are applicable to the manufacturing facilities as described in the agency's Uniform Tax Exemption Policy, adopted on March 11, 1999, and amended last October 14, 2014. Subject to deviation as determined by the agency. The project facility will be acquired, constructed, and installed by the agency and leased or sold by the agency to the applicant pursuant to a project agreement, and the applicant and the tenant will be the initial user of the project facility, and the mortgage will be specific. The mortgage will be special obligation of the agency payable solely out of the certain proceeds of the agreement, certain other assets of the agency pledged for the repayment of the loan. I will now ask IDA Counsel Michael J. Tilley if proper legal notice was provided for the public hearing in accordance with the regulations.
Mr. Chairman, proper legal notice has been established. We have an affidavit to that effect, and I would like to add one other thing. The
Michael J. Tui, IDA Counsel, and James A. Carmenucci, Bond Counsel. Regarding the application, the request for the project was last presented to this agency on February 18, 2020. That application and supporting material have been available for review by any interested parties since received by the staff on February 10, 2020 at the IDA offices at 50 West High Street, Boston Spa. This is the presentation of that application. Are there any additional comments or thoughts from the staff or the applicant that need to be provided at this public hearing relative to the application that was previously submitted? Dennis, do you have any additions or comments on the
I have no other comments or changes, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. And therefore, I want you to now open up the public hearing for input from the public. Does anyone want to make a comment? Seeing none, we will now close the public hearing. Thank you. I'd like to call the order the monthly meeting of the IDA, April 21st, 2020. If I could, for Lori's sake, I'd like to have a roll call vote of the members in attendance. Mike Valentine, would you like to start that off? Is he here?
Sure. Just going alphabetically, as the chairman has stated before, Ms. DiDomenico, are you present?
Present.
Mr. Green?
Yes.
Mr. Lewis?
Yes.
Mr. Mooney?
Yes.
Mr. Tollison?
Yes.
Mr. Winch?
Present.
And Chairman Sutton.
Yes.
Okay, we have all 7 board members in attendance then.
How about the staff members?
Well, staff is myself. All right, Mr. Duffy, are you present?
Yes.
Mr. Maney?
Yes.
And Lori Eddy?
Yes. I'm here.
Okay.
Okay. And council represented Mr. Tui and Mr. Carmenucci, both present?
Yes.
Yes. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
That's everybody, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Approval of the meeting of the minutes for March 10th, 2020. Get a chance to read those over. I need a motion to approve.
I'll make that
Mike
motion.
Mooney. I'll make motion. Second. Kevin Tollison, I'll second it. Okay. Any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I just want to we had 4 people doing that. I have Andrea as moving that, and Mr. Mooney seconding that.
That's fine.
Fair enough? Okay.
That's great.
Thank you.
No further discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Thank you. The application for Cortec, in your packet that was sent to you over the past couple of weeks, Cortec has been applying for a construction of a 14,000 square foot building, approximate cost of $1,700,000. George Kurtzman has been before our board. He's talked to us about employment. He's talked to us about the need for additional space, warehousing space for his project. We're looking for a 10-year pilot. The mortgage recording tax benefit would be $10,200. Sales tax benefit would be $59,500, and the 10-year property tax would be abatement would be $334,060. Dennis, do you have any further comments or discussions or George, would you like to take the floor?
I have none, Mr. Chairman, but George, I don't know if George has anything else he'd like to say. No, I just, on behalf of Cortec, like to thank the board for putting this on the agenda today in the public hearing. It's very much appreciated.
Okay. George, I'll start off with the first question. You're all set to go in terms of contractors that are hoping to break ground as soon as construction is able to start?
Yeah, the project is a go for us, and in fact, it's very much needed to satisfy orders and hire some more folks to staff the new building for business that will commence hopefully in the fourth quarter.
Okay. Obviously, there's no timetable at this point because of the moratorium on construction, but you would stay in touch with our staff and Dennis as you go along through the progression of your contracts.
Yeah, that's correct, but it's important to note that since we serve the energy market and critical utilities and safety systems as our products, we've been deemed an essential business. So we've been open and running this whole time, and our legal counsel has looked at it and feels that the construction project commence in this environment as well.
Oh, good. That's good news. That's good news.
I just, on behalf of Cortec, like to thank the board for putting this on the agenda today in the public hearing. It's very much appreciated.
Okay. George, I'll start off with the first question. You're all set to go in terms of contractors that are hoping to break ground as soon as construction is able to start?
Yeah, the project is a go for us, and in fact, it's very much needed to satisfy orders and hire some more folks to staff the new building for business that will commence hopefully in the fourth quarter.
Okay. Obviously, there's no timetable at this point because of the moratorium on construction, but you will stay in touch with our staff and Dennis as you go along through the progression of your contracts.
Yeah, that's correct, but it's important to note that since we serve the energy market and critical utilities and safety systems as our products, we've been deemed an essential business. So we've been open and running this whole time, and our legal counsel has looked at it and feels that the construction project commence in this environment as well.
Oh, good. That's good news. That's good news. Andrew, do you have any questions?
No, I don't. I'm in favor of it.
Okay. Pat Green?
No, all the questions have been answered.
Tom Lewis?
All fine.
Mike Mooney?
Yes, fine, no questions.
Okay. Kevin? No questions. I'm in favor. Walter?
No questions at this time. I'm also in favor of it.
Okay, thank you. And Sutton, we're all set. Without further delay, then, Mike Valentine, can we have a roll call vote?
Sure, we can. On this resolution,
Should we make a motion first? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yes. Thank you. I'd like to have a motion to approve the application as stated with the Cortec Industries.
Mike Mooney, I'll make that motion.
Evan Tolson, I'll second it. Thank you. Any further
Motion carries 7-0.
Very good, thank you. George, thank you very much. Good luck with your project, and like I said earlier, please keep us informed as the progression of the project goes forward.
Okay, and once again, thank you very much to the board.
Best of luck.
So good luck with everything. Thank you. The next item on the agenda is the application for Quad Graphics. We're looking at a project. The Cultural Quad Graphics came before us back in the early fall of 2019. They were looking to add a considerably larger press for the Quad Graphics plant to retain jobs and to create new jobs. And they were in competition with themselves within the Quad Graphics family, and it appears as if things are looking bright for the Quad Graphic program. I think Dennis will get into this a little bit further, but the state of New York is coming up with some tax credits. National Grid is looking for tax credits, and they're looking to the IDA for a 10-year pilot to rebuild or revamp one of the buildings on their campus site. Dennis, would you like to take this over and introduce the people from Quad Graphics for us?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The people on the line are Chad McKissick, the plant director. Director of production is Mike Emery, and also from Wisconsin, who's in charge of the economic development for Quad, is Pat Henderson. I know that this project is about a $45 million project. It comes in two phases. There is construction on one building to raise the roof, and then there are two presses to be brought in over time. Mike or Chad, would you give a brief background of just to remind everybody what Quad does, and give a little breakdown on what's actually happening here?
So Quad, we're a marketing solutions provider. We work with publishers. We deliver news media, weekly titles here in the plant. We also do some retail for grocery stores, Sam's Club, things of that nature.
That was Chad McKissick. Please state your name as you go along.
Okay, yep. Pat, you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, so this is Pat Henderson. I'm the Director of Government Affairs for Quad, and as you might imagine, the printing industry has gone through a fair amount of disruption and challenges over the last few years. As there's a lot of digital substitution, and the internet certainly impacting the way people consume their media. There's still I spent a lot of my time explaining the challenges of the industry, while also explaining just how vibrant it can be and effective it can be for our clients. And so it's a little bit of back and forth in terms of we like to say that we read a lot about the death of print, but we do it while we're reading something in print. So it's not quite catalogs, and as Chad was saying, working a lot more on that retail side of things as we see the need there. And so that's, when we came to IDA, that was, again, as Chad said, back in the fall of 2019, that was the intent, and that is still very much our interest is to make sure that the Saratoga plant, which is a key part of our go-to-market strategy here, remains as viable as it can be and as effective as it can be. I do want to make sure that the board is well aware, though, that as it is with I'm sure a lot of places, the COVID-19 pandemic has certainly impacted Quad in the short term here. And one of the things that we did as we could look at what our customers were doing, and making sure that we were ready for the COVID pandemic and be able to come out of this in a healthy fashion, we have frozen all of our capital expenditures for this time being. And so while this project is still very much, being contemplated and is on the table, it's not going to go forward at the moment. But it is something that we want, that we're looking, as we come out, it will be a key part of our strategy to recover from the pandemic. We're going to need to be as effective and efficient as we can be, as we'll be coming back with a smaller staff, as people are coming back off of furloughs, and costs are going to be key. Keeping costs down is the way we're going to be able to recover from the pandemic impacts. And so having a more efficient platform there in Saratoga will be important. However, we we have to conserve that cash at the moment and make sure that we have that the ability to take care of our customers as well as our employees. We're even during furlough, we're maintaining the health insurance for our employees, for those that are on furlough, and we want to make sure that they have a healthy bottom line when they come back. So I just want to make sure that the board is well aware that this project is something we want to move forward on, but there may be a slight delay here as we move along until we come out of the pandemic and all the various states reopen their economies and our customers start to spend their money again.
This is Rod Sutton asking a question. Does this affect any of the funding that you might be getting from the state of New York and or National Grid? Does this affect? Does this delay that is?
Yeah, this is Pat Henderson. It does not, although what it does is we get paid through those incentive deals as we go, and we have 5 years to make that happen under the contract. It's not going to take us 5 years, but that's how long the contract is for. So the state is well aware of the delay during the COVID issues here, and are comfortable with continuing to move forward on their piece of it, knowing that we'll be coming out of this within the time frame that the contract contemplates. So it may delay those earnings of those extras, but they're still very much viable and available to us. Thank you. And the same with utility partnership there. Those are things that will happen as we put in the present. So again, it may very well delay our what we're doing there with National Grid, but they continue to want to partner with us on this as well.
Okay, thank you. Andrea, do you have a question?
Oh, you asked the question I had, Rod.
We think alike, huh? Wow.
You do, yeah.
Anything else that come to mind? Andrea?
No, I'm fine. A lot of what my questions, I was corresponding with Mike Valentine last week via email, so I'm satisfied.
Pat Green?
I'm fine as well. I had a chance to learn a lot more from Dennis after our subcommittee meeting that I was able to attend completely. So all of my questions were answered, Rod, and I'm comfortable with the project.
research on that. Anything else, Mike?
No, that's it.
Kevin? No questions, I'm in favor. Okay, Walter?
I don't have any questions per se. I would definitely vote for it, but I just, I don't know. I guess I'm good, basically. For all practical purposes, I would vote in favor of it, but I don't know how to describe it. I'm okay with it. I'm going to vote yes.
Okay. I think just keep in mind that Quad Graphics, back in the day when they decided to move to Saratoga Springs, they were an anchor along with Ball Manufacturing at the Grandy Industrial Park. And they really opened up the park. Historically, that park was pretty dormant back in the day. And with the addition of Quad Graphics and the notoriety of the national firm, and then having Ball Manufacturing come in, it really opened up the doors for the Grandy Industrial Park. And I think we've seen, and we've also seen through pilots that we've been able to award to other projects within that park. They brought new life into the tax base for Saratoga Springs and Saratoga County, for that matter. I think it's a critically important business that we should take a real hard look at. It is a project that will retain over, I believe, 600 jobs when everybody gets, when the economy turns around again and gets back into business, and the creation of new jobs, let alone the construction of a $45 billion addition to the plant. So I am totally in favor of the project, and I think that it's something that is sorely needed, and it's a jumpstart for upstate New York. The state of New York is looking at it. They're looking at it, and they're putting money up where, in many cases, they may question this. So with the monies that New York State is allocating, and National Grid coming in with their grants, I think the Saratoga County IDA is in a very strong position to take those jobs and create new jobs. That's pretty much what we're trying to do. And I think I'm totally in favor of a project like this. Hopefully this pandemic will ease up a bit, and the decision to go forward with the construction will take place very soon. Dennis, do you have anything else to add into our decision making?
Well, Mr. Chairman, I know everyone has received the applications and the data, what they're doing. I think this is the other piece of the puzzle here. This is tomorrow's technology. This is a one of a kind. This is the beginning technology that really has the power to make this plant even more productive as well as efficient. National Grid seeks the efficiency opportunities, and that's why they've been working with them on grants and things of that nature. The state of New York as well. Not only is this better for the power, but it's also better for scrap and things of that nature. So there's a real tie to efficiencies here, and I think it's very important to understand that this project, both phases, both presses, will be something that will be around for a very long time. And if anybody who I would suggest to anybody on the board that if you'd like to have a tour of Quad before we get to before May, if there's a way to do that in any way, shape, or form, we will try to do that. I think it would be good for people to understand exactly what's going on there, how they do it, and the quality of the company. I just think it would be helpful, but I don't know with the restrictions how that can be done. But I do think it would be good to go
out in public again, maybe we could take a tour of the plant. I think that would be beneficial for all of us.
Rod,
Pardon, go ahead.
it's Pat Green, Rod.
Go ahead.
I just want to add one comment. At a personal level, I appreciate the fact that the representatives from Quad came and spoke to us many months ago and explained what the situation they were facing. It gave me an opportunity to consider it quite a while ago, and I get among several of the board members discussed the importance of maintaining the health of Quad to the extent we can help. I knew that presentation several months ago was helpful for me.
Thank you, Pat. Yeah, I think it did. We didn't realize that the Saratoga plant would be in competition with one another, and we're very much in appreciation that Saratoga was the chosen site at this point in time. Dennis, could you talk a little bit about the city of Saratoga? They've frozen the assessment for Quad Graphics.
Yeah. The assessment of the facility was handled through an order, the court order that had been working through process of assessment. Quad has in the past gone through the certiorari process with the city and school district because of the rate of the assessment. In January, an order came down which the chairman has seen and staff has seen has actually in their hand, showing that the assessment and all parties agreed to it of $12,174,750 for the plant and the property. The facility, which started to be built in 1984, is now just over 1 million square feet on approximately 60 acres. It has warehouse and production and offices naturally, but that was signed and sealed in January of this year, and everyone agreed to that number. That number under that agreement was to be frozen for, I believe, at least 3 years under that agreement. What the IDA is asking for, is being asked to do, is to freeze that assessment under a normal manufacturing pilot program for a total of 10 years.
Right. Okay.
Does that help?
And go ahead, Dennis.
No, I just want to make sure that answered your questions. I don't know if there's anything else to be glad to.
Yes, and the total benefit, the sales tax as it is under current construction would be $211,000, and the property tax abatement would be $1,050,000. So we're looking at a tax abatement of about $1,053,000. Does anyone else, Mike Toohey, Jim Carminucci, anyone have a question?
I do not, Rod. This is Mike Toohey.
Okay.
Nothing for me.
Okay. Mike Valentine?
No, the only thing I had to note is you caught it historically as Dennis just did, is that with this, and this goes back to Mike Mooney's comment, Mike, and for other board members, Quad Graphics was with us from 1984 as a project through roughly 1999-2000 when the property was reconveyed. We had 11 different phases in there and 11 different pilot agreements as we sort of midstream sat down with the city of Saratoga Springs and worked up start dates for each of the phases and went ahead based on some building department dates and stuff. So, as I said, it was 11 different phases that we kept taking up each new addition
understand the history of Quad. Without maybe we'll talk about this after the meeting, and maybe we can do a little synopsis of the history of the Quad, the initial pilot, and do a Cliff Notes version so that the board members are well aware of what the previous ideas have done in the past for Quad Graphics, and it may give us a little history as to how we make decisions as we go forward with this project. Scott Duffy, do you have anything?
No, I do not, Mr. Chairman. All set.
Okay. Dennis, we still want to go ahead, and I think we would still like to go ahead with a public hearing in May. Is that something that you and Quad would be amenable to?
Yes, sir. I believe that was the request. That's still to this time, so that when things change with construction and the COVID opportunity here, they would be ready to jump in if when they're ready. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mike Mooney here. I do have one question. If we set the public hearing now and the project does not go through, we may be in a situation that we've been in the past where we start expending money and we don't get recouped for those funds because the project doesn't go through.
Good question. I don't know. I don't know what initial costs we would have, and how much it might be. Does anyone have a guesstimate as to what it might cost us to start this procedure?
Well, obviously, initially it's just the application fee, and then you're going to have what time that Jim would have going into this project as far as this stuff.
And the public hearing fee. I don't know what to do. I don't think it's insignificant. I don't think it's a great cost to us, but I would. A project of this size and the potential benefits that we have, I don't think that it's something I would like to delay the public hearing at. I'm quite comfortable and confident that when this thing changes, that Quad is ready to break ground, and time is money for a company for this size. And I don't think I would not want to be a roadblock on this thing. So, but that's my opinion.
Rod, this is Tom Lewis. Can I comment?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I very much agree. There are so many things that can act as a stumbling block, and it's relatively so little investment on our part, and it shows good faith. You know, the Quad, who has been, a staple in our county for decades now, that I think, valid question. I certainly like to know how much it is, but I think we should move ahead because it'll be a small number.
Anyone else to comment? If hearing none, I'd like to have a motion to present the full application to the board for a public hearing in our May meeting. And we have not established a date for that May meeting. We will do this at the end of our agenda for the May meeting.
So moved. This is Tom Lewis.
next to me to kick me under the shins. Thank you.
Is that who's barking at the table by you?
I'm sitting here by myself. That's dangerous.
No.
Thank you, Dennis, on that.
Well, everybody, this is Pat Henderson at Quad, and thank you very much for having this project move forward here. And we will, knowing that we have a good partner in Saratoga has always been a huge benefit to the Saratoga plant. Because Dennis has always been there for us every step of the way. The IDA, through all its iterations, you guys have always been there to be a partner with us, and it really is that sort of partnership, and we feel that way. So we will definitely keep you, through Dennis, keep you apprised of as we make decisions going forward as we come out of the pandemic here. But we very much appreciate keeping this project on the front burner, and when we unfreeze our capital expenditure work, we'll certainly be in touch with you.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dennis, we have an application for the automated controls and automation, ACA. It is a 7,200 square foot addition to a sheet metal factory. The project cost is about $600,000. It's located in the town of Half Moon. Bill Frank, I don't know if he's on with us today, but yeah, Bill Frank here. Hello, everyone. Hello, Bill. We're looking at a pilot for ACA, and Dennis, if you want to give us an overview of, and Bill, you can chime in as well. Sure. Glad to. Thank you. This project is one of the smaller ones we've done. It is Bill runs a very good, efficient company in a nice place down on Hudson River Road in Half Moon. He's adding 7,200 square feet to his facility. What he'd like to do. Total cost, as it says, $600,000. They'll be creating 3 jobs over the next 3 years, dumped in their existing workforce and payroll. He's being very conservative in his approach to job creation. Due to all the things that, as we've talked about, with the world as it is. But he is still continuing to manufacture. He makes, and Bill will explain some of the things he does do. As Rod mentioned, this is we're asking for a 10-year pilot. Sales tax exemption is rather small. It's a small building, and there's a small mortgage reporting tax. Everything adds up. The benefit over 10 years about $93,000. We're asking for the assessment as it exists today of $226,100 to be frozen for that 10-year manufacturing pilot. It saves about $10,000 a year estimated tax savings. Bill, thank you for joining us this morning, and thank you for what you do for our economy. Would you please give a little breakdown on what it is you do?
Yeah, hello, everyone. We've been here at this site. Originally, we were in Warren County up in Hudson Falls. We moved down here and purchased the building in 2015. We set up our engineering and machining down here at Half Moon. We also have another facility up in Granville, Washington County right now. In the Half Moon place is where we do our major engineering, machine tooling, and specialty equipment. So, included in that, full-time people. Obviously, the partners aren't part of that, but there are many engineers and contractors that are associated with this. We do create quite a bit of 1099 kind of work and subcontract. So we kind of outgrew our building here, and we're looking to expand. In consideration with everything on the Cook team, we are classified as a essential business, so we've had change some shifts around and do what you need to do to keep everybody busy and masks and everything. So we're going to be continuing on with this project, at least the construction phase at this point. We're still working off a backlog with some minor things coming in since this COVID-19, so we're a little apprehensive about really jacking everything up, but we do want to I'm hoping to commence here as soon as we can. Probably sometime after May is what it's looking like now. Everything's been put off with building departments, contractors, and such. So, pretty busy business here. We plan on growing, and like Dennis said, we've worked out some numbers, small project, but my view is, and I think I was chatting with you guys there a month or two ago up in Saratoga or Boston Spa. Excuse me. The small business in this area, I think, is what we're trying to do with you guys and cooperate with you guys. Small business is the lifeblood of any county or state or country, and I appreciate the opportunity to get in front of you guys and let you know what we're doing, and hopefully we can get some rewards from you guys for the next 10 years.
Thank you, Bill. Go ahead. Mr. Chairman, I think one of the things I would like to say is that this is a for a change for what we understand. Bill, your bank is Key Bank, correct?
Yes, sir.
Key has approved his project and is going to do the financing. They already do some work with them. Very simple project for a change. It sounds like from documents. I would like to say in the past we used to have $1 million. It was called a fund for small manufacturers. It was a lower cost fees. The IDA fee stays the same at about $4,500, but we had a conversation with our two councils, Bond Council and IDA Council, about the potential for this, and they have graciously reduced or given us an estimate on what they believe this will be. So that has helped this project go forward at all. Actually, we haven't done a $600,000 project for almost 15 to 16 years. So it's nice to be able to help small business, at least get them prepared to go forward. So we ask you to set a public hearing as soon as possible so this can start when necessary.
Okay. Thank you. And that's hit the nail on the head. When we did have the subcommittee meeting, we looked at it and said, right, 3 jobs. But I think the sentiment was that in this day and age and what's going on right now, that any job creation and wherever we can help as the IDA to help out a small business person in this environment is something that is something that the IDA is proud to back. And the subcommittee wanted to bring this forward and offer a 10-year pilot to the ACA. It does create an opportunity for advancement for his own employees, and also adding new employees as he goes along. So we were encouraged to help out as much as we can on something like this at this point in time. Andrea, do you have any questions?
One question, Dennis, for you and or your client. On page 4 of the application, it mentions 2 stockholders or 2 members, Bill Frank and Jacob Schwartzberg. But on page 5, it says the company was established in 2006, and the box sole proprietorship is checked off.
I can
I
answer.
think you meant to check off limited liability box.
We have, there's two there's a real estate holding company in the building, which is Advanced Controls right now, which is the main payer of contractors and engineers, and there's a machine tool that is also involved with us. So they're kind of like shared LLCs, I guess you could say.
Yeah, but your business line for the IDA application, your applicant is your manufacturing company.
Yes.
That's what on page 5 talks about your business organization.
Yes, I see it, and Andrea, we'll make that correction.
Yeah, I don't have that in front of me, so yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, I understand. You're absolutely right. Bill also runs a sole proprietorship, but the LLC is what should be checked there. Thank you.
Right, yeah, the real holding company, Bill, is what you own 100% of.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Okay.
You're correct.
Just want to get that clarified with you, Dennis.
Yeah, thank you.
No, I wish you a lot of luck. It's, I frequently drive by your business when I go that way to
machines across the world, and we do some very unique things here.
Very good. Best of luck.
We also have interns here every semester. Right now we have two from RBI.
Nice.
Pat Green. No questions, Rob. Tom Lewis. Yeah, I'm fine. Mike Mooney. Just one quick thing. Do we need to do anything administratively to reduce the fees? And if so, just keep that in mind, that's all. No other question, All right. Can I go to that, Mr. Chairman? Mike, go ahead. Dennis mentioned that this is in our policy, and we've all received a policy binder notebook, but it's listed in there, and Dennis is right, for small manufacturing projects under $1 million, and that alludes to council and also agency fee, IDA fee discount is 15%. That would require Dennis just a letter of request to the board from you, all right, for that latter. Understand? Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done one of these, I know.
Yeah, okay. Anything else, Mike? No. Thank you. Kevin?
Mr. Chairman, I have no questions. Obviously, this is a project in my hometown of Half Moon, and I am in favor of it. I do have to sign off as I've got, unfortunately, another urgent matter that I got to attend to. So my apologies to the board and to everyone, but I am in favor of this project.
Good. Thank you. We'll talk to you later. Thanks, Kevin. Take care, everybody. Walter? I have no questions at this time. Thank you. Okay. Then I would need a motion to put this on the agenda for our May meeting at a public hearing.
I'll make that motion.
Okay. A second. This is Ron Winch. I second it. Okay. Thank you. Any further discussion? Then all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, we will set this up for our May meeting. Again, it'll be on Campus Hall. Thank you. Thanks, Dennis. Thank you, Mr. Frank.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Dennis, for working with me so closely, getting this done. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much. The CEO report, Scott? Yes, it's fairly brief here. Just a Paris update. We're waiting to have some more full access to our records in Boston Spa before we can complete that process, and hopefully we'll be able to do that before the end of May. So other than that, that's it. That's all I have. Okay. Just the CFO report. Nothing has changed on that. We just got that last night, a couple days ago. Nothing changed in our financials. I don't think we need to spend a lot of time on it. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing major happening. We have a few things to do on the financial end, but nothing significant. Okay. So just keep us informed. All right. Thank you. No issues whatsoever. Any other business come before the board? Yeah, I do have one thing, Rod. I didn't get to ask what the assessment was for Quad before they challenged it. They did say it's at $12.17 million
I just keep it the way it is